You're now in the mix with the young DJ Kuda.
Tonight we gon' be going in.
All the ones and joints. All the ones and joints.
Let's get it.
On Player Talk Radio.
What is up? What is up? It's DJ Kuda. I'm back at the helm of today's show. What's going on, y'all, man? Long time no see. I've been putting in work, man. I've been over at the Black Avenger, checking everything out, man. It's DJ Kuda, man. We are back at the helm of today's show. If you got any questions, you can email me at playertalk8@gmail.com. That is playertalk8@gmail.com. On today's show, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that's pretty serious. I wanted to talk to you guys about the Black Manosphere. And on today's show, man, I wanted to just kind of go into a little bit of a rant that's filled with game, just to let you guys know what's going on, just so you guys could be on point. Because I don't want you to get, mixed up into a lot of the bullshit that's going on. But anyway, we in the building, man. It's Player Talk Radio. Email me at playertalk8@gmail.com. That is playertalk8@gmail.com. Don't forget to hit that Cash App button, because we about to get into it, man. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it. Hold on. Let's go.
Get out your feelings and get into the mix where DJ Young Kuda drops some fly-ass game on you.
All right, let's talk about it, man. All right, let's talk about it, man. It's Player Talk Radio, man. We are in the building, man. What's going on? Okay. So on today's show, man, I wanted to talk about how the Black Manosphere could be in a bit of a problem. And if you guys haven't really been checking out, a lot of the podcasts and the things that, the work that I've been putting in lately, you will miss a lot of the things that I talk about in my shows. We talk about a lot of different things here over at Player Talk Radio and Player Talk TV, man. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about is that the Black Manosphere is in a peculiar problem. We're in a problem that's a little bit particular to our manosphere, okay? Now, I did a couple of shows on the pills. I did a couple of shows on the incels. I did a couple of shows on, the white manosphere. I did a couple of shows on, pertaining to those different subjects. And one of the subjects that I spoke about, that I kept vehemently talking about, that kind of gets left out of a lot of the conversations that I indulge in when it comes to the Black Manosphere, is that there's going to be a influx of blue pill guys that are coming into the mix. Before, I guess he took a hard look at the terminology and already what was already built before he got to the I would say the online manosphere, or just kind of up to speed. Authors like Alan Roger Curry has called out, this revolution. And also I can date back to like 2008, 2007, that even the white manosphere has predicted what would go on to be, I guess, 10 years later. Damn, time flies. Which will be what's going on right now. And the white manosphere, they're getting their money, they're getting their thing in. It's like, they're just sitting back and they're just waiting for, MGTOW to catch on in their communities, and they're waiting for sex dolls and shit. No, real talk. because that's what they're gonna use. That's gonna be their number one weapon. That's gonna nullify a lot of their incels. You see what I'm saying? So they're playing the game how it goes. Now over in the black sector of things, like how you have the Black Manosphere, we're kind of dragging by the balls right now. There's a lot of division going on in the Manosphere, and a lot of women could be subject to that going on. There's a lot of content creators that actually stick together, but there really isn't no real coalition. And the coalitions that they were infiltrated by a lot of women coming over into the Manosphere and injecting their bullshit. And this kind of decapitates our ability to catch. And what I mean by catching is basically, being able to get the new blue pillars that are coming into the Manosphere, the new red pill guys that are coming into the Manosphere, to get them on accord with the game. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of bullshit and a lot of things that's going on in the Manosphere that a lot of guys that are really interested into this topic, they're going to be off on. See, I talked about there's guys that are in relationships right now that are gonna be red pilled coming into the game. And I talked about how, this is gonna be a problem for the Manosphere, because there's a lot of disarray in the Manosphere. And what's going on, like I told you guys, is, and I talked about this last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that there's going to be an influx of blue pill men getting into the game. And Alan Roger Curry actually wrote a book on it called The Beta Male Revolution. It's because you're going to have a lot of guys that never been exposed to game or don't know what game really is running around with the information. And a lot of these guys, they don't want to red pill themselves. Like they call themselves, the best they can do is either be pseudo red pills, or they could I don't know, they could just be in the way. You understand what I'm saying? They'll be a problem for niggas that actually know what's going on and terminologies and just real red pill shit, basically. They could be if they're not converted, or they're not, they're spreading misinformation, they could do more harm than good, basically. What's going on is that a lot of this information is getting out there, and a lot of guys are, what is the word that I'm looking for? A lot of guys, they're jumping into like this weird space where they're not red pilled, but they're blue pilled. They're like blue red pilled. That's what they're doing. They're not purple pilled, but they're like blue red pilled. It's kind of really hard to explain. They got some of the game, but they don't got the game. So what's going on is, there's gonna be a group of niggas that got some of the game, and what they have are crumbs. You understand what I'm saying? And these niggas, with the crumbs that they have, they're going to believe that they have cake, and they don't have cake. They're going to believe that they have cake, and they don't have cake. They got crumbs. You understand what I'm saying? These niggas don't have the game, but they can, the online community has given a lot of niggas a voice. So what happens is, these niggas, they walking around with the crumbs, and they believe they have cake. But see, they never seen cake before. You understand what I'm saying? They've never seen cake before. So they get the crumbs from us, and they put it together thinking that they got cake, because they never had cake. And if you can get the metaphors that I'm dropping, And they're mistaking a slice of the game for the cake. That's even if they have a slice. You know, they take a lot of the game and, you know, they have a slice, but they don't have the whole cake. And that's where you have a lot of red pill guys drawing their line. They're drawing their line because they're more content with the slice than the actual piece of cake. Like I said, a lot of those guys that go black pill, they don't give a fuck about fucking up the manosphere or keeping the game intact. That's because even if they get a slice, they don't care about the cake. They're like, you know, why have a cake? These hoes are gonna fuck it up anyway, or I'm gonna fuck it up myself. And that right there, that type of thinking is black pill. That dilutes the game. You understand what I'm saying? So, in a essence, they're a lot of times these guys, what they do, they're blue pill, get a little bit of the red pill, and then jump straight to black. And they didn't let the red pill dissolve. They don't give a fuck about the truth. They just, you know, they just say what they want to say, and it dilutes the game. And a lot of them, they got voices, man. You know, here in the black sector of YouTube. But, you know, that's what it is, man. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I'm gonna you know, fall is coming and we're gonna start to get into the game. You know, fall comes, we get into that pimp game, we get into that ice cold game, we get into that real shit. And the reason why I wanted to bring this to your attention, because there's something that we always talk about when we talk about the ism, especially in the context of talking about the ism, which is there's an unwritten rule book in the P game. You understand what I'm saying? And nothing is never too I wouldn't say blasphemous, but never too outrageous when a nigga's telling you some shit. You can best believe that what he's telling you in a lot of cases is real in the P game. Like something that a blue pillar would be like, are you serious? No, that could never happen. What? Oh my God. You know, like that type of shit, like game that so much game that'll make you be like, can that really happen? You know, a lot of it's true. It comes down to the P game. And one of the things that they talk about in the P game, and by P I mean pimping, or just being a player, or just having, you know, any type of game in you, or just the knowledge, is that there's an unwritten rule book to pimping. But the lessons in that, in you know, that are unwritten, you know, they guide you on your journey to doing whatever you want to do. And what I want to kind of introduce to the game here in the Black Manosphere is that there's a unwritten rule book to this red pill shit. And there's always been an unwritten rule book to this red pill shit. And one of the rules is that you can take the information and go any way that you want to. So, you know, that's the concept of MGTOW. You know, niggas can say they MGTOW. They're just like, I don't, you know, what they're basically saying is that, you know, I'm just going my own way. You don't really have to, unless you know, pick the nigga brain, you don't really have to understand where he at with his game. He just knows that he's going his own way. And sometimes some niggas, they still need help on their game. Because if they're going to get into a male space where they're, you know, talking about certain things, it will behoove some of them to have their terminologies correct, or their interpretations correct, or just be on the path. Because you'll have some content creators that they're learning with their audience, with what they're doing, with their craft, and growing in relationships, and just on their red pill journey. Them the guys that you kind of want to align yourself with. But one thing also is for the audience is that we need participation from y'all. We need y'all to, hit our cash apps. We need y'all to ask questions. We need you to be able to decipher real red pill information from fake red pill information. But anyway, that's my rant. I'm out of the building, man. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it.